And all this sense is one that when you're sleeping, you cannot activate and actually can kill you. And the other hand is one of the senses that if you know how to trigger with clients, you can increase and improve your sales. When I bought my last house and I get an inspection, I remember the inspector says, the first thing that I'm going to check is the smoke alarms. I'm like, why? Because he says, well, I want to make sure they have the new ones that it can trigger when they smell smoke. And that's when I remember the only sense that is not activated when you're sleeping is smell. That's the reason we have alarms on the house that they can sense smoke. They activate and they start talking. So your ear, that is a sense that is awake, even though when you're sleeping, can wake you up. Now, what happened with the smell? How many of you talking about buying a house? I did training with mainstreamed realtors for 5 years. I did all the training for them. And I will say, how many of you bake cookies or put vanilla on the house when they want to sell a house that is related to family? You not only bake chocolate and vanilla, you sit the people either on the kitchen or you sitting them on the family room because you want them to imagine themselves on the place where the family happened. Now, happen the same with the smell is not good. By the way, I have from all my cats, 2 of them have the heat. I cannot fix them until they don't finish with the heat. Guess what? They decide to be in a corner of my house. So every time that I have come to my house, the first thing is, Coño, you ruined my house. Why? Because the smell, I love my cat, but the smell of them pee is going to cost me a fortune when they finally get fixed to fix the smell in my house. So our nose can predetermine how we're going to encounter a situation. If you go into a restaurant, for example, we talked about music before. We go into a restaurant, the music is lovely, and suddenly somebody's cleaning the restaurant with one of those cleaning products or with bleach. You don't care how expensive is the food. You don't care how sexy is your partner date. That dinner is ruined because the palate starts in your nose. So, the same way that a lot of people, the perfumists, for example, they take care of their nose and not to be congested and not to be in places where they can have allergies, because some people can smell and tell you what are the ingredients of the things. So, if you own a restaurant or if you own a brick and mortar or you want to have a person to have a great experience, try to find out what smells are triggering happiness. Because, for example, I don't like chocolate. So when I smell chocolate, actually, I have a gut reaction. I know, I'm wearing all the aspect that you can find. So I have a gut reaction. So if I'm going to a place and I suddenly smell chocolate, I'm like, oh God, it's too sweet. It's like that. I don't like it. So if you can find what is the smell that person triggered happiness, you can sell more and go to a good place. Now, if for any reason you have a place that it needs to be disinfected all the time, little trick, use white vinegar. The smell goes fast and it's still disinfected. The same way if you have allergies. To remember, don't use too much perfume. Be careful if you're a smoker. I quit, but I was guilty for a long time and now I smell smoke. And because I've been taking these Loracins to get rejected to the smoke, every time that I grab something from the closet, like, oh, frack. What I do, I put vodka. No, I don't drink it. I put vodka in my clothing to neutralize the smell. That is a good trick. So if you have any smell that is too strong or your skin is smell or you're a smoker, your clothing has been in a place that is too strong, use vodka. Let it dry before you use it. So be careful with the smell because the smell can trigger good things, but it can trigger bad ones. And if you want to know more how to use all the senses and use our lovely rational brain to sell more, guess what? Go to the link below, give me a call. We can talk about it.